Alright, let's dive into something that's been buzzing in Selangor lately. The state government's plan to develop a super app for its 12 local authorities. Now, on the surface, this might sound like just another tech initiative, but personally, I think this is a move that could redefine how citizens interact with local governance. Here's why it's worth paying attention to. First off, what's the big deal? Well, the idea is to consolidate all the services and complaint channels of Selangor's 12 local authorities into one single app. Imagine not having to juggle multiple apps just to pay your bills, file a complaint, or access local services. From my perspective, this isn't just about convenience, it's about streamlining bureaucracy. What many people don't realize is that fragmented systems like these often create friction between citizens and the government. By centralizing everything, Selangor could be setting a precedent for smarter, more efficient governance. Now, one thing that immediately stands out is the acknowledgement of user feedback. Datuk Sui Lim, the State Local Government and Tourism Committee chairman, mentioned that citizens were overwhelmed by the number of apps. This raises a deeper question. How often do governments actually listen to their people when designing digital solutions? It's refreshing to see Selangor taking this feedback seriously. In my opinion, this approach could bridge the gap between public expectations and government services, which is something a lot of regions struggle with. But here's where it gets interesting: data security. Ng emphasized that user data confidentiality would be a priority, with regular monitoring and vetting of vendors. What makes this really interesting is the timing. In an era where data breaches are making headlines almost weekly, Selangor's focus on security feels like a proactive move. If you take a step back and think about it, this could be a model for other governments on how to balance innovation with privacy. Another detail I find fascinating is the commitment to keeping physical counters open. This isn't just a digital transformation, it's an inclusive one. By catering to those who are less digitally literate, especially senior citizens and rural residents, Selangor is avoiding the pitfall of leaving vulnerable groups behind. What this really suggests is that the state isn't just chasing tech trends, it's thinking about the human impact of its decisions. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. Super apps aren't a new concept. Countries like China and Singapore have already seen massive success with platforms like WeChat and SingPass. But Selangor's approach feels tailored to its unique context. Personally, I think this could be a case study in localization, how to adapt global trends to fit local needs. If this works, it could inspire other regions to rethink their digital strategies. Of course, there are challenges. Developing and maintaining a super app isn't easy. Vendor selection, system integration, and user adoption are just a few hurdles. But what's exciting is the potential for continuous improvement, as Ng mentioned. This isn't a one-and-done project, it's an evolving system that could grow with the needs of its users. So, what's the takeaway here? In my opinion, Selangor's Super App initiative is more than just a tech project, it's a statement about modern governance. It's about simplifying complexity, prioritizing citizens, and embracing innovation responsibly. If you ask me, this is the kind of forward-thinking approach that could set a new standard for local governments everywhere. What do you think? Is this the future of civic engagement, or just another ambitious project? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button if you found this analysis insightful. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and stay curious.